you ready to do this?
Well, every former athlete wishes they could go back.
Love the game. It gave me so much.
You know, because we all got hoop dreams.
This is A New Path, a sports podcast, hosted by Peyton Schmitz.
And welcome back to The New Path. It's a sports podcast, and we go through talking about the wonderful things you can go through in life with the value of sports. And today we've got a University of Toledo student. She's a junior at the university right here in Toledo, Ohio. Aliciana Martinez, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm really excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so let's just jump right into it then. What's your earliest sports memory? How did you get involved? What made you fall in love with it?
So I started when I was really young. I was probably like 4 or 5 years old. I played t-ball, and I remember, well, it played baseball essentially. It wasn't really softball yet, but I played t-ball for a little bit, and a softball coach came up to me and said, "I think you should start playing softball. We should start getting you in there pretty young." So I only played t-ball for about a year or so, and then I kind of jumped into softball, and then it was kind of history after that.
So softball is a big part of your, sports journey, you could say. Mm-hmm. Were there any other sports along the way?
Oh yeah, I played probably almost every single sport in the book. But softball was really the only one that kind of stuck. Also volleyball. I also played volleyball too. Okay. But I played soccer, basketball. Wasn't really good at them, but softball, that's where I really felt like I belonged and I connected with the most. So softball and volleyball as well, but definitely softball had more of a lasting impact on my life.
Yeah, so, softball, if you guys have listened to the show before, you know that I'm a big baseball person. We love talking baseball. Check out WXUT coming up here. Got to promote the college radio station while we're at it. Why not, right? But being a baseball guy, softball, baseball, they got a lot in common. Mm-hmm. You ever get tired of people being like, "Oh, softball's different from baseball,"
Yeah, but I also love baseball as well, so I don't really care for the banter, but I love MLB. I love watching baseball. So I don't really get tired of it when people say you can't play baseball because you play softball. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and then guys go out there later and they're playing in slow pitch
exactly.
softball
So
leagues,
it's
it's the same thing.
It's literally the same thing, but I'll let them talk what they want to say. But.
So kind of jump back into your early years there. Just playing softball, you were playing a little bit of volleyball, a little bit of soccer in there, not very good at those. We all had those kind of experiences along the way. I played soccer, I was horrible at it.
Yeah, so.
Had a wide open net once, completely whiffed. Jeez.
Sounds like something I would do.
to play baseball instead, right? But, how did you play travel? Were you a big, did you play in junior high? How'd that work?
Yeah, so I definitely played travel. I played for a while. I played rec as well. I definitely enjoyed rec because there was a lot less pressure. When I played travel, it was, coaches breathing down your neck all the time, and it was very intimidating at times, but rec was so you were so free, and you could just, I feel like that's where I played the best was when I was playing rec because there wasn't as much pressure. But travel definitely helped though. I definitely learned more playing travel, but like I said, when I played rec, it was more I was genuinely having fun. It wasn't I'm here for business.
Right.
So.
Exactly. Did you bounce around a lot between teams? I know in my experience, I think I played 7 years of travel, mm-hmm. and all 7 years was with a different team. Was that
really?
A similar experience for you or
No.
different?
I only played for 2 travel teams. I played for the Lady Irish and the Wizards, but it was kind of split right in the half. I played for about 6 years or so. Okay. So close to you, but yeah, definitely not as many teams as you played for, but yeah. So it was definitely kind of split in the middle. I did half with the Lady Irish and then the half with the Wizards, and I don't know. I don't really know why I wanted to change teams, maybe just for a fresh start, something different, but honestly, both teams I learned so much from, so I wouldn't say one was better than the other, but both definitely helped me be the player that I was.
Yeah, and elephant in the room, come on. What position did you play?
Oh, I played every single position. I was even a pitcher at one point. It wasn't really good, but you gotta do what you gotta do when your team needs a pitcher. But catcher, I usually played catcher or center field. I was really good at center field. My mom always said I could go to college for playing center field. I dove all the time, had many diving catches. It was a lot of fun. But when I got to high school, we didn't have a catcher. And I was like, I'll step up and I'll do it. So like basically all my high school years, I was a catcher. And that was probably the most fun experience I've ever had playing softball, was being a catcher. Because you're always in the play. Like you're always, you're always
Right.
touching the ball. Like you're in every play. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I really like the most.
Yeah, being a catcher, I think I played catcher too. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that before, but just in case I haven't, you learn a lot more. You're constantly involved in the game.
Right.
I would say being a catcher is almost, you could compare it to playing football. Because you're constantly moving, you're constantly on the field.
Yep.
You're not in center field picking up flowers.
Exactly.
And looking at the screen and being like, oh,
Right.
this is so cool.
Right. No, I agree, because when I would play center, when the ball would come out there and I would catch it, it would be such like a great feeling. But then after I throw the ball and I'm like, all right, well, now what? So, but when you're a catcher, like you said, like you're always involved with the play, you're always doing something with the ball. And I really like being engaged in things, not even just in sports. So like when I was a catcher, I was so engaged, and it made the game so much more fun. And even when we lost, like I still had so much fun because I was catching, and it was just a good time.
Right. Kind of jump back a little bit, go back to high school for you. Did you guys have a lot of success? Did you enjoy playing high school softball? Was it something that you always imagined doing, or was it just kind of something you did just because?
Honestly, I played softball in high school. I mean, before high school, I was just kind of at the point where like, oh, I'm probably going to play in high school. Like I've been playing my whole life, why not? And I'm so glad that I did. Our team freshman year was not good at all. We were like 2-20. We were really bad. But things just kind of flipped around. I don't know if like our team chemistry just kind of changed. Like everyone just loved everyone. Like we got along so well. No complications on our team whatsoever. And by my junior year, we were like 12-12. So like we were,
Okay.
hitting the halfway point there. So honestly, high school softball was probably the best years of my life. Like if I could go back, I would in a heartbeat. It taught me so many life lessons, not even just in sports. Like I've learned so much about myself playing high school, and it was a great experience. It was. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. So now you find yourself, you're in college, and obviously you're a junior, and as far as I'm aware, you're not playing on the softball team. So how did you go about realizing that your time was kind of coming to an end?
I think after senior night, my senior year, I think I was just like, okay, like this is like, we're done, like we're wrapping up, like the season's almost over. And I think that's what really hit. I was pretty sad, but I was also ready for college, ready to start something new. And, I've never had a time period in my life where I wasn't playing a sport. So definitely my freshman year of college, it was like a big reality check for me. Like, okay, well now I'm not playing the sport that I played for almost every single day for the year. So it was definitely a challenge to get over that hurdle. Like after my senior night, I was like, okay, like now like softball's like done. Like this is like one of my last few games for the rest of my life. So yeah, definitely freshman year of college, it was really hard to adapt to that because, I was not exposed to not playing a sport. I was always playing a sport. So it was hard.
Right.
It was hard.
Did you enjoy not having to go to practice?
I did. I did. I definitely did enjoy, that pressure. I don't feel that pressure anymore, not having to go to practices. Like I had more time for me and to spend with my friends. So that was nice. But, there was also that other half of me that was like, wow, like I really am done. Like no more softball. Like that's it.
Yeah.
So it was kind of split.
A little bit 50-50.
Yeah.
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 Did you play, was your senior season of softball, was that it? Or did you play travel afterward to have kind of like a farewell tour, I guess?
No, it was just, I stopped playing travel my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
And just kind of focused on high school softball just because it was just already a lot on its own.
Yeah.
And I was playing rec in the summer still. So like I was still playing So,
Okay. They had rec softball for high school students?
well, only my freshman year I could do
Oh,
it,
okay.
but
Only
because it
your
was still
freshman
eligible. But after that, I couldn't.
Got it. Okay.
But no, I think like after my freshman year when I stopped playing rec over the summer, like I liked having that summer free. So like there was really no part of me that wanted to go back to travel.
Yeah.
Because I liked just playing in high school and then having the whole summer for myself, basically. And I didn't have a job at the time either, so it was just a free summer for me. So it was
you're just
great.
hanging out.
Yeah, I was just hanging out. So
Just enjoying life.
exactly.
Did you ever, in your time playing travel or high school, did you guys ever go anywhere that it's just like such an amazing experience you still hold on to this day?
Honestly, Columbus. We went to like the World Series for our travel like organization. That was a lot of fun because we got to like trade pins. I don't know if you ever did that with your travel team, but we would like trade like little pins.
No.
And it was so fun. Like I got to meet so many other girls like over the world, like over the United States, and it was so much fun. I made a lot of connections. You know, I was like, I don't know, like 14 years old, but it was still really cool.
Still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we're talking about, you and your experience and everything like that, but how do you feel about travel sports? Are you a fan of them? Do you think that like someday, if you have kids or anything, are you going to you're going to make them be like, yeah, go play travel, or are you just going to be like, let them make that choice?
I think I would definitely let them make that choice. I think when I played travel, my mom really wanted me to play, so I think part of me was like playing for her, because she always would tell me like how much she enjoyed going to my games, and I think like there was just a big chunk of me that only wanted to play just so she got that enjoyment out of it. I knew it made her happy, so like I was essentially playing for my mom, but it was still a good experience. But if my mom wasn't the way that she was, like if she wasn't like, I love when you play travel, I honestly probably would have stopped sooner.
Yeah.
So
even sooner than
yeah,
8th grade, freshman year.
probably sooner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I played rec until I was 6th grade. And then I started playing travel ball, I want to say 7th grade to senior year. So what is that? It's about 6 years. It's about what I said earlier. But travel's definitely an experience, I think. And we've had previous guests come on the show and kind of talk about it a little bit, and how, youth sports it's evolving so much in today's day and age, and it teaches you a lot about life and about, how to go about not only winning the game, but also winning in life. And, here you are in college. How do you feel that your time in sports has impacted how you operate today?
Honestly, like, I feel like I know how to connect more with people. I know it's like kind of, but like when you work as a team for so much like in your life, like I feel like when I'm like working at my job or, even doing a group project, I feel like just working in a team comes so naturally to me. And plus I was team captain for 2 years. So like I know how to lead, at least I like to say.
Right.
But I honestly feel like I know how to lead a team, and I feel like I know how to work well as a team with people, and that, like, just working on a team, it changes you as a person, I feel like, and you are just able to connect with people on a different level, especially people who have played sports. 'Cause I know me and you, all we do is talk about sports, so like it really connects people together. And yeah, just definitely just knowing how to work with people, that's been like my biggest takeaway from playing sports my whole life, essentially.
I mean, yeah. I think there's definitely a leadership impact you learn from playing in sports. And, you mentioned kind of that early transition period. Did you ever feel sad that, you kind of talked about it earlier, kind of missing that feeling, but did you ever think about maybe playing club or, maybe picking the bat back up and trying again?
Oh yeah, many times.
Many
times. But honestly, I think there is a part of me that is at peace to like where I'm at right now. So I don't really see myself playing ever again. Maybe on like a slow pitch team, but nothing like how I used to play, like fast pitch, nothing like that anymore. But yeah, there's definitely still parts of me now that I'm like, oh, like what if I did play club? Like that could be fun. But I think like I've come to terms that part of my life that's a closed chapter now. So, and I'm okay with where I'm at. I enjoy life where I'm at. Like I don't, even though softball was such a huge part of my life, like I've adapted to who I am now without sports, and honestly love this version of me. So yeah, I don't think I would ever play club, even though I do definitely think about it, but no, I think I'm okay with where I'm at.
Maybe go play some wiffle ball or something
Exactly,
like
yeah, something light.
that. Yeah, something a little more chill, just hanging out. Yeah, it's interesting when you look at it. Everybody that's come on the show, I always kind of try to ask them, like, why do you think everybody that played a sport and that finds themselves no longer involved in it they're okay with it? And they all kind of have this same answer of it's just you realize it's time. Is that kind of similar for you, or do you have your own spin on it? I
would definitely say, yeah. Like, I think, like I said, after my senior night, I was just like, it's over. And it definitely took a couple months. Like, it wasn't something that I was just like, okay, like, I'm done. That's it. It definitely took probably at the end of my freshman year of college where I'm like, okay, like, life moves on. And I know it's not like the greatest thing to say, like, life moves on, but I mean, it is true. And it was a little bit of a harsh reality for me to accept, like, my sports days are over, because that has been my whole life before I was done. And I don't know, I kind of was just like, it's over now and that's okay. And you adapt to who you are after the sport is over. Like I said, like, now I haven't played softball in like almost 3 years now. So I've had this whole different version of myself than what I was. And it just shows growth, and just being able to accept, like, that it's over. I just think, like, it was just time for me just to accept it, and I was okay with it.
That's a really healthy response.
Yeah.
Everybody that comes on this show is like, I'm okay with it, but I'm sure you know as well as I, there's plenty of people that opportunity for sports just gets ripped right from them. They get hurt, and I don't want to say that I want somebody that's been hurt to come on the show, but it'd be interesting to hear that different perspective. Because, I don't know, did you have any big injuries when you were playing?
Well, I didn't. I mean, I had one, like, I hyperextended my elbow. I was on first base. Well, I was playing first base, and I, like, held my arm out, and the girl ran through my arm. That wasn't too, like, crazy, though. But my sister, she tore her ACL. Oh. And that was a really big impact on her. So if you ever need a next guest, she would definitely be the one, because she has a completely different experience than I did. Because I never really got hurt. I mean, I've had concussions and things like that, but nothing like breaking a bone or tearing my ACL like she did. But
so how have you you mentioned kind of coping almost with realizing your time was over. How have you dealt with that in college? What have you gotten involved with that's kind of helped,
like, fill the gap a little bit? You found this giant space of time. How exactly what have you done with it? I think joining live sports, that has definitely helped, because I mean, I'm still in the sports world. Like, I'm not completely detached from it. Like, I'm working in it now, so that's really cool. And being president of the PR group here has also really helped. Like I said, I love to lead. I love to be a part of a team. And, like, this is all, like, we're all basically a team. Being in the PR group or filming live sports, like, we're all a team. We all work together. So it's like you never really get away from that teamwork aspect in your life, even though you're not playing a sport anymore. You're always working as a team no matter what. You're always leading your role in the group. And I honestly just feel like leading the PR group has also helped me greatly fill in my time. It's like I consume a lot of things. Like, I'm always communicating with people, asking for speakers to come in, and so that's definitely helped. Just also hanging out with friends too. Like, that also helps fill that gap. And I don't feel like lonely either, because you don't have your support system essentially for all the girls that you've been working with for the past couple of years. And I still keep in contact with them too. So it's not like I'm just like completely away from it. And
right.
I mean, I went to Central Catholics right down the road. So if I wanted to go watch a game, I could. So, and like, I still know some girls on the team. They're seniors now, but so it's like I still have that part of me there. So it's like I'm not trying to fill the gap or like completely push it away, but.
Right. Yeah. Do you ever meet up with an old teammate and go play catch?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard now because I have nails, but I try.
Don't want to
break them,
off.
But
yeah, that'd be a real shame.
Yeah.
This is a sidebar. Do softball players, they don't wear nails, right?
No, it's actually funny. So I've painted my nails my whole life, and I would always paint my catching fingers like a bright color. like pink, yellow, just so like you'd be able
Yeah.
to see the signs better.
Yeah,
And
yeah. There's some guys who do
yeah,
that.
yeah, and I didn't know guys do that.
Yeah.
I thought that was very fascinating. But yeah, I would always paint my nails bright colors because when I would sign, it would be so much easier. Even the pitcher that I had, she would always say like, I love when you paint your nails like bright colors because I can see it so much easier. And I'm like,
Right.
I love that. But then after college, I was like, what do I do now? I mean, I painted my nails my whole life, so like this is so like sidetracked, but like
It's okay.
but now I just use like press-ons,
Okay.
but yeah, I would always paint my nails really bright colors so
Yeah.
the pitchers could see a lot better. And I didn't know that guys do that either.
Yeah, I
Did you ever do that?
I had a coach who he walked up to me one day, jar of nail polish, and he's like, "Hey, don't put this on your fingers." And I was like, "But coach, isn't that going to be too obvious to the other team?" Because like I always thought it was like there's a guy out on second base, and you know people looking at the signs and whatnot, and you know sign stealing. It's big,
Yeah.
all the rage now.
Yeah.
You know, but it was like I don't want to give anything away, right? But coach was like, I don't really care. Do it anyway. So
So did
one
you do
game,
it?
one game,
Really?
one game, and I was like, all right, fine. And then after the game, I looked at my pitcher. Did it help, dude? And he's like, no.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, then no.
See, I had like the opposite effect. Like both the pitchers, they loved it.
Yeah.
But those are very interesting, very different experiences.
Yeah. No, definitely there were some times where I think the biggest thing, if I remember correctly, it was like you didn't want like some guys when they would squat and signal, that would be too far, like their legs would be too far,
Yeah.
and so people could just see the
See
sign.
right in, yeah.
And so they're like, if you're wearing nail polish, it's like
It's like a
tractor beam.
Yeah.
And immediately you see it. But yeah. What have been some of your favorite things you've done a part of live sports? You mentioned that, you know, working in the team. Are there some games that you remember that you've just, you know, loved to do, or maybe out there working a camera for a softball game?
Yeah, definitely when it's softball and baseball season, that's definitely my favorite. Like I love doing graphics because like I'm just such a baseball nerd. Like I think I like watching baseball more than softball, but like honestly, when it comes to filming any baseball or softball game, like I'm so like locked in. Like it is so much fun. And plus like I know the sport so well. So like when I'm filming, like I know what to look for. I know what's probably gonna happen. Like if they're gonna steal, or like you know when they get that little stutter step off first base, like you know they're probably gonna steal. Like I know what to look for. So it also makes you feel good when you know like the sport, you know what you're doing. Also graphics, I really like doing graphics for baseball or softball. I just love everything related to the sport. So I really still am pretty engaged with both sports, just not playing anymore. But definitely filming baseball and softball is probably my favorite sport to film, just because I know it so well and I know what to look for.
It's almost second nature.
It really is. Like it's just natural instinct for me. Like you just know what to do, you know what to look for, and it makes you feel good when you know what you're doing. So.
It does. Do you feel more comfortable? Because some of the, I mean, for those of you who might not know, you know, they do, what is it? It's soccer and both men's and women's basketball, football technically, right?
For the,
it's the
the
in-house
video,
production.
yeah.
And then baseball and softball, I think, and that's all the sports.
And volleyball.
And volleyball. And
Yeah.
volleyball. Oh, how did I forget volleyball?
It's okay.
Won a MAC title, you know? Come on,
Right.
Come on, man. But I do kind of feel that similar sense when it gets to baseball and softball season. It's like, all right, I can I'm in my territory.
It
I'm
is like
good.
second
You know,
nature.
I do a volleyball game. I'm like, I kind of know this, but not as well as some of the other things. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. You mentioned leading PRSSA. That's a student organization on campus, but that's also part of a bigger organization.
Yeah. So there's over 300 chapters across the United States, which is pretty cool. I just actually learned that. And then, so after you once you're in PRSSA, after you graduate, you can become a part of the alumni. So it's PRSSA. So there's no like student in the name.
Okay.
And you still are kind of doing the same thing. You get to meet with like speakers, and there's events and stuff where you can all collab. So it also like provides that there's another step. So like after you graduate, and you're like, oh, I really like PRSSA, you can join like the professionals one where it's the alumni or
Right.
professionals who still want to be in PRSA. So yeah, it's like you really are essentially, you're a small chapter, but you're part of something bigger, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
And so for anybody who might not know, PRSSA it's public relations.
Yes.
Right. What exactly is what's the mission behind it? Is it just to get more experience doing PR work for students, or?
We're really trying to get more experience with PR and writing and things, but I think the thing that our group really likes the most is just having speakers come in and like PR or media or anything in the communications world. We really like hearing their personal views on their work life, what they do, their day to day, what things to put on your resume for jobs, and just tons of professional advice. And I feel like that really hits close to home for a lot of us, just because personally, for me, both my parents didn't graduate from college, so they don't really, it's hard to ask for advice with professional experience, because my mom's a stay-at-home mom, and my dad works at Dana, so he deals with cars all day.
Okay.
So I don't really have someone to go to for professional advice. And when we have speakers come in, it's really nice to hear their perspectives on the way they grew up, the way that they operate their jobs, their day-to-day life. So I think and I think a lot of our group can agree that they really like having speakers come in. We also tour PR agencies as well, so that was really also helpful.
Okay.
Just hearing that real world experience, I feel really helps a lot of the people in our group.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're a junior, so you've got time, but how would you say, just kind of take your best guess, how would you say that your experience in sports is going to impact how you go about finding a job and next steps after college?
I feel, like I said before, I feel like leading a team has definitely impacted me a lot. I know how to work well with others. I just recently had an internship at Fox 36, and we were working as a team every single day. It was 3 of us. We were always doing something with media, and we just meshed so well together. And I feel like I credit sports a lot to that, just being able to work with people. And, sometimes you're going to work with people who are really hard to work with, but it's just, you got to find that balance. And I feel like softball has taught me every single aspect with working with people. Just knowing how to lead a team and just knowing how to deal with people who are not going to be the most fun to deal with, but at the end of the day, you just got to find the balance, and what will work will work. So,
right. Yeah. Kind of coming to the end here. Last question I got for you, or I guess not really. It's a question. If you could give advice out to student athletes out there right now, they're maybe juniors, seniors in high school. Heck, this could be to your former teammates. How would you tell them, what advice would you have for realizing that sports may be coming to an end for some people? What would your advice to them be?
I would say that it's going to be okay. And I think people think that you have to realize that it's over just like that. Okay, it's over, but it's okay to take time, and it's okay for it to take a year. It took me almost 2 years to get over that softball's done. But it's okay. If you need time, it is okay. There's always somebody that's going to be willing to listen. I definitely have talked to my mom many, many times. But yeah, I guess just realizing it's going to take time for you to be able to detach yourself, because that is such a huge part of who you are, and just letting go of that it's not easy. And I feel like a lot of people do make it seem like it's easy, and it's not. So just understanding that you don't need to let go of that part of your life right after it's over. You can take the time you need, and everything will essentially be okay.
Everything will be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's sports. It teaches you a lot of life lessons.
Oh yeah.
And you never know what you're going to experience.
Mm-hmm.
You could have the most amazing moment of your life at 10 years old, or you could be, or it could wait until you're 30.
Right.
So you have no idea. Are you a big social media person?
Yes, I love social media.
Are you comfortable? Do you want to share some places
sure.
to follow you?
I really am active on my Instagram. It's just my first and last name, Aliciana Martinez. It's kind of long, but I'm really always on Instagram. So
okay.
If you want to follow me on Instagram, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I love to connect with some people. So
connection, networking.
Exactly.
Tis the day of 2026, which is crazy that we're already in 2026. How did that happen? I don't know. That's going to wrap it up for this edition of the New Path Podcast. Thank you so much for joining, Aliciana. This was a great edition. And wait for next episode. We got Connor Whelan Deputy Athletic Director of the Toledo Rockets, coming on the show. Until then, we'll see you and have a great night.